going on? Rob Fish here for BikeBandit.com. And in the house is Arai. I don't even know where to start on this. I'm going to start with a concept of investment. Buy the best, cry once. What we love to do, our sport, our recreation, be it from club racer to commuter, right? This is all safety apparel, dissipation of energy, and there are varying degrees of that. Hey, I commute. Now, what's more dangerous? Actually crashing in turn one or crashing at Third and Main? That's, neither here nor there. What you need to know is there are degrees of awesome in this industry in each segment. Of course, Arai is the premier. I was not born with great looks. Pretty damn good, but not great. But the brain is pretty solid. And how many people have ever brought you a video review that shared the cover of Road Racing World with Valentino Rossi? That's me. That's the crash page. Honest to goodness. And that's the helmet. Bike came back, hit me in the head, that's my tire, everything. So the brain is still intact. I got up, I walked right off the track, and I was able to do math and realize that, yes, in one fell swoop, there went, I don't know what that ran, 750, 850, 900 bucks. But at that level, you get to hit your head one time, and this is where I put my money. You have other options in the industry. But remember, this is an investment. As a racer, you'll smoke $350 in tires in one race, or maybe a day, or whatnot. But when it comes to hitting your head, you get to do it once. When it comes to your gear, people, I will tell you this. Buy the best, cry once. Don't half-ass this, especially when it comes to your head. This is the flagship. This is the daddy. As you know, I love to give you the full 360. There's the back. There's the top. Bringing it around the side. Shield to the front. We left a clear shield on here. Of course, you have dark, light smoke, varying degrees if you want an iridium, if you want it to be gold, if you want to look faster, and that makes you feel faster. It's great. What you need to know is you are buying the absolute best on the market. Of course, you have a plethora of color options, both in solid colors as well as race replica graphics, as well as just awesome graphics. This happens to be the track version of the Haslam. Unbelievable. Of course, remember, what you are buying is safety. Arai, that is their first and foremost concern. After that, does it vent well? Yes. Does it look awesome? Fantastic. Took this out into the sunshine and the blue pops. It's got little sparkles in it. This one had sparkles, no longer. However, what you need to know is this is all they've ever done. You have boot companies that's all they build are boots. You have helmet companies that just build helmet. Their only focus is your Adam's apple and up. That's where they put all their attention. Their focus, their R&D, their money, all their effort and focus is the helmet. And that's it. And that is Arai. When you put your family name on the front of your product, are you going to put it and build it kind of wishy-washy? Not in any way. They don't apologize for the price. They know exactly what they are building, and that is what you get is awesome. You're going to open up your shipping box from us. You'd be like, woo, little brown truck. Brought me a little BikeBandit.com. You're going to open it up, and it'll be flawless. Let's start off, again, Corsair-V. That's the flagship. So you see all the guys on the MotoGP and the race circuits, etc. This is what they wear. Literally, what you buy is the exact helmet that they wear. They don't have anything custom tuned or tweaked or etc., etc. It is literally, you get what they get. When you talk about the Corsair-V and you talk about the shell construction, there are a lot of companies out there that do hybrid materials. Hey, we use a little bit of fiberglass, and we use a little Kevlar, and we use a little aramid, and we use a little... Not at all. Arai says one thing, fiberglass. That's it. The strength that you will find in a fiberglass shell is unparalleled. It is consistent, and they have different ways of doing that. For instance, what you'll find is in the flagship here, what they use is structural net. So what you have is you have fiberglass, right? So you have fiberglass, and you push a glass resin through there, and you get fibers, which makes a shell, which makes it very strong. But what they do is they put actually kind of like a square grid internally, and when they bond it and press it in, you don't have that potential shearing effect. So you get a little bit of, I don't want to say an increased strength, but you have that ability to reduce weight while keeping that strength there. So it lets them add other features to it, which we're going to get into in a sec, like ventilation and the air wing on the back, and it's just awesome. Again, their mentality is no compromise at all. So you're going to notice these pods, obviously, hold your shield retention system. They mount them externally on the shell. They do not say, hey, let's recess the hardware, if you will, because you know what that does? That takes away from the EPS, that expanded polystyrene foam that's on the inside. And as one of my friends in the industry says, that is what truly saves your bacon. Okay? They bring that same mentality into the visor. And these vents here that come up and cruise along the inside, along your temporal veins right there, keeps the blood flowing. But it keeps the blood flowing cooler, which makes you more comfortable and more focused, et cetera, et cetera. But they don't bore holes into the shell itself, because that, again, that takes away from material, that EPS. While we're on the topic of EPS, you have a couple companies out there that use dual liners, so a two-stage liner. And they say, hey, this one's harder and this one's softer, and there you go. But what you have is you have two different pieces. What Arai does, very, very special, is they take the little tiny beads. You remember, seeing like an old cooler, right? That you went to the beach and you took the top off and it would squeak when... Okay, so those little tiny beads are made in different durometers. Some are harder, some are softer. And what they do is they lay them in different layers in different places. So you have a multi-density EPS liner, but it's one piece. It is solid. This is fantastic. I love this. I'm kind of a techie, nerdy, geeky guy when it comes to this stuff. We all like high-end stuff. We all like it. But there's something special here. Something special in my hands. Love this stuff. You're going to know that Arai actually makes different shell shapes. So some people have a longer oval head front to back. Some have a little wider side to side, et cetera, et cetera. Well, if you build one shell and you have somebody with a long oval head, what you wind up doing is that person actually needs to go up a size to compensate for this, and then they get a little bit of extra room here, and then you can get a little bit extra noise, and the next thing you know, that's not the safest thing. Remember, what's the priority? Safety. So what you have is different shell shapes. You're going to notice that let's say the Signet Q, long oval Corsair-V, is going to be an intermediate oval, kind of the average American head shape. It's what I wear. I'm just an average guy. Told you, look at that face. You can't fake that. What you have, though, is you do have inside that EPS liner, because, again, it's the outer shell, the EPS, and then you have the foam, kind of the comfort liner. And that's what touches the top of your head, and it gives you the chipmunk on the cheek, and that is awesome. And those are fully adjustable, and that will come from the factory with actually added layers of foam on the cheek pads. So you can, 5 millimeters a piece, I believe, on both sides. You can take them out. It just makes it that much more comfortable and tunable to you and your face and your personal morphology and physiology, that shape of you and your dome. Tune it, tweak it. Let's get into ventilation on this thing. And again, I already showed you in the shield. You have one down up on your chin bar, on your mouth right there. That is 2 stages, so 2 different click settings. And up on top, this is where the magic happens. Because again, we're all kind of built the same, right? So all of our heat leaves primarily through the top of our head. So if you can have that ram air effect up on top here, shoving air in, and what this does is these vents up on the top, on the front, this really is not shoving the air in. This is truly the release of the vacuum, okay? Because what you have is on the back of the shell, those are your exhaust ports. And you have the air wing, that is, because not everybody rides the same bike. Somebody might be on a Gixxer 1000, and somebody like myself might be on a naked bike. So I sit much more vertical, and I can adjust and tune this to where I want to be. But this, and there's a lip right here, right? This is kind of grooved into it. This is grooved into that. And this is what creates a Venturi effect. And so this is really sucking the air out, and this is just the release of the vacuum. Now again, all the vents on the outside, these are all meant to break away, because what Arai has done, and they've incorporated in this, and they say, hey, what is the most natural shape? It's an egg, kind of a circle. It rolls, it can't snag on anything, and that is where real danger can happen, is all of a sudden a piece of the helmet snags and tweaks your neck at a rate that, hey, guess what? That's just no good. I've tested this stuff. You should be totally comfortable. I mean, if the guys on the MotoGP don't answer that for you, I mean, how about Rob Fish? Just saying. Plenty of sizes, plenty of colors, fantastic ventilation. I mean, I could go on for hours on this, but y'all don't want to see me. You just want to buy it. So I'd say buy in confidence from us at BikeBandit.com and treat yourself to a little bit of awesome. Thanks for your time. Enjoy your ride. Well, there you have it. My review of the Arai Corsair-V. That's their flagship. It's as easy as that. Pick a size, use the size chart, pick your color, your graphic, etc. I recommend the Colin Edwards. And just saying, add it to your shopping cart. You know, obviously we're going to ship for free. Exchanges are no hassles ever. If you got a question, never hesitate. You can click on the Sport tab, go straight to the sales department. They'll answer any question that you might have. And it's just as easy as that. Call us. Send us an email, whatever's the easiest for you. I'm Rob Fish. We're BikeBandit.com, and we love you. So you should like us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your new Arai.